Okay, so today's workshop everyone knows, right? Okay, which is related to how to create one simple REST endpoint. Okay, REST API using Node with Express. Node with Express. This is our today's workshop. Today and tomorrow both. Okay, 2 days we can take it of 1.5 hour, 1.5 hour. So let's take the requirement. Okay, I'm like a team lead. Okay, just I said like you are like a developer. I said like, hey man, okay, we have the database like school management system. In the database, we have a collection like a students collection. In the students collection, there has 50 documents over there. So can you write one simple REST endpoint to get these documents? I said, okay, just I said to you, you are the developer. Now this is the time to you. Yes, tell me as a developer how we can start this requirement. The team lead set this requirement. Okay, now you have to start it. You are like a developer. How we can start? At least tell me. Okay, from scratch. Think like that. From scratch you have to develop. Come on. Okay, in your own words tell me. I'm not asking about the code, okay, syntax, not like that. If it is only the requirement given by the team lead to you, okay, how you can start your requirement? Okay, he said like, first of all, which technology he said? Java, .NET, PHP, Python, which technology said? Node.js, right? So by using Node.js, you have to develop one simple endpoint. First of all, you have to create the Node application. First of all, you have to create one simple Node application or not. So you have to create one Node application, basic. Create a node with the Express, one application you have to create. Okay. Node with Express, one application you have to create. So how we can create this application? Anyone knows? If you want to create the Node with Express application, make sure in your mission Express command should be there. Okay, in your mission Express command should be there. How we can check Express command is there or not there? How we can check the Express command is available or not available? How we can check that Express command is available or not available? Okay, very simple. In your mission, open the command prompt. Open the command prompt. Okay, just type something like this. If this is only the command name, if the command is available in your mission, okay, it should not gives me this kind of message. Whenever you get this message means that particular command is not available in your mission. What is the command name? Okay, this is my command name. It is not recognized as an internal or external command for a program or batch file, something like this. If you get it, I can understand like that particular command is not available. Okay, now if you type express in your command prompt, if you get this kind of error, if you get this kind of error, if you get this kind of error, what it means?
चल 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 भाई सर
Yeah, tell me. If you get this kind of error, what it means? The express is not available in your mission. Express command is not available in your mission. So my question is how I can make that express command is available in your mission? How to make the express command available in your mission? In your mission. How we can? Anyone knows? Come on. Okay, very simple. Okay, you have to run some commands by using Node Package Manager. So first thing is like, if you want to make this express command is available, you have to run one of the command called as npm install -g express generator. And the next one is like npm install -g express. These two commands you can run it. Now while running these two commands also you may get one more error. What is that error? Npm may not available in your mission. This node package manager command also may not available in your mission. So that if node package manager command is not available, okay, if a node package while running this one, you may get this kind of error also. Npm is not recognized as an internal or external command. If the node package manager is not available, then the time you have to install, you have to install node software in your machine. Node software in your machine. So make sure first, okay, instead of checking like Express is available directly or not, instead of checking like Express is available directly or not, first you can check npm command is available or not. You can check it. First you can check npm command is available or not. So first, in your command prompt, what you want me to check? npm command. If the npm command is not available, if the command is not available, then the time you have to install the node software. npm is not recognized as an internal or external command. If you get like this in your missions, you have to install node software. It's like a open source software. Directly you can download and install it in your missions. Once npm is available, now you can check for the express. If you get like this kind of error only, so you need to run these two commands in your mission. These two commands in your machine. Where you want me to run? Just to open the command prompt. In the command prompt itself, simply npm install -g express. Okay, this is the command you have to run. Make sure while running this command, internet should available. And then npm install -g express generator. npm install -g express generator. Like this, these two commands you can run it. Once you run these two commands, okay, just you can close your command prompt and open it again. Now you can type express. Now you can type express. Now see, last time you may get like express is not defined or recognized as an internal or external command error. You can get it, but now you get like something else. If you get something else, you can understand like express is available in your machine. Okay, now destination is not empty folder. Okay, I don't want to create my express application here. Just say no and you can abort it. Understood? So what you have to do first, in your mission, npm node package manager is there or not there, you can check it first. In the command prompt, you can check. If it is not there, you can install node software. Once you install the node software, just check for express. If the express is not there, then the time it is not the software. Just you can run these two commands. One is like express, another one is like express generator. Once you run these two commands, now the express is available in your mission. Once my express is available, okay, now you can create your application. Now you can create your application. Let me create that application. So go to your workspace folder. You can choose any one of the workspace folder. Okay, just I choose like in the desktop, there has a workshop is there. This folder I choose. Now here you can open the command prompt. Here you can run one command, express your application name. What is my application name? That can be anything based on your business requirement. Just I'm going to write like a node application. Okay, REST. Now click on enter. Now whenever you click on enter, now see in my workshop folder, there has, okay, one folder created, node rest app. In that folder there has multiple files and folders generated or not. Now I can say this particular files and folders, okay, you can say like a your express application basic skeleton, your node with express application basic skeleton. Understood? This is the way you can create one simple express node with express application. Okay, now can anyone tell me general question? So far your javascript, okay, where it is going to run? In general javascript, where it is going to run? HTML,
Browser.
CSS, and JavaScript, where it is going to run? In the browser only, right? Browser only, right? Before introducing like a node, okay, my HTML and CSS JavaScript always run inside the browser only. Okay, my browser only can understand these three, so that we are going to run these three in the browser. Okay, but if you want to run your JavaScript outside the browser, okay, inside the browser, that's okay. Now my requirement is like, if you want to run your node, okay, your JavaScript outside the browser, then that time how we can run it means my node provides you the environment to run your JavaScript outside the browser. So node, it's not a technology, just you can say like a node, it provides you like some environment. Node, it provides you the environment which is going to run your JavaScript code outside the browser or not. Node, it's like one kind of environment to run your JavaScript code outside the browser. Before introducing Node, there is no other chance to run your JavaScript outside the browser. Always my JavaScript is going to run inside the browser only. But once introduced Node to this world, I am able to run my JavaScript code outside the browser also. Okay, now how you can run the JavaScript code outside the browser? Is there any simple example? Means very simple. I have one JavaScript file is there. Okay, inside the JavaScript file console.log of, okay, simply, okay, hello. This is my hello. Now in the HTML, if you want to run in the browser, if you want to run, how you can run it? In the browser, how you can run this one? Browser, how we can run? How we can run in the browser? Can anyone? In the browser, how we can run? If you want to run this particular one to get the output in the browser, first of all, you have to create one HTML file. In the HTML file, you have to load your, okay, hello.js, your hello.js. Okay, now close your script. Now you can run your HTML or not. Run your HTML. Now in your browser, in the console, you can see your output or not. In the console, you can see the output or not. So if you follow this approach, my JavaScript is running where? My JavaScript is running where? In the browser or not? But outside the browser, if you want to run this particular JS, how we can run? Outside the browser, if you want to run this particular JS file, how we can run it? By using Node. Okay, by using Node. Simply, okay, let me open our workspace folder, open folder. Okay, let's go to the desktop, go to workshop. Okay, now here, now say this, where is our workspace? This is the one, right? Now open this one. Okay, now here I can create one JS file, hello.js. Here I'm going to write one console message, console.log of, okay, hello. Now I want to run this JS file. How we can run it? I want to run this JS file. How we can run it? Anyone? If you want to run this JS file, how we can run it? Not like inside the browser, outside the browser if you want to run by using Node. Okay, so let me open the terminal. Let me open the terminal. This is my terminal. Okay, go to your command prompt in the VS Code. Just open the terminal. How we can open the terminal? Just you can go to the terminal and new terminal. Now here we have a command called as a node. Now simply you can run your JS file. Now tell me, this particular JS file is running inside the browser or outside the browser? This JS file is running inside the browser or outside the browser?
Outside, sir.
Outside the browser or not. So by using this node command, we can run our JS file outside the browser. Understood? Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the next one is like node command we use it to run our JS file outside the browser. Node command we use it to run our JS file outside the browser. There has one more command also there. Node mon is there. What is the difference between node and node mon? Okay, very simple. See, if I change something in my file, hello Sachin, see that? Okay, whenever you run the JS file by using node, it gives an output, just it's terminated. If you want to run, if you want to see the updated output, again you need to run it or not. Again I need to run it. So my question is like, I don't want to run again and again. Just is there any chance is there if you do any changes, okay, it's like immediately update my, okay, that means immediately load my changes and gives me the updated output. Is there any chance is there means by using node it's not. Why? Because it's terminated. Okay, but by using nodemon it's a kind of live reloading. If you do any changes, that changes it's going to load and it is going to give the updated output to us. So you can run your command, okay, that means your js file by using nodemon command also, hello.js. Now see, my nodemon is not recognized as an internal or external command. One error message you get it. So whenever you get this kind of error message, what you have to do? You have to make that particular command is available or not. So how we can make it available? Nodemon. How you can make it available like express? You run npm install express generator, this kind of commands or not. If you want to make this nodemon is available, you can run npm install -g nodemon. Okay, simply you can run this command. So can I run this command? Npm install -g nodemon is the command. By using this nodemon command, we can run our JS file with live rolling. Okay, live loading. So nodemon. Now my file name is what? Hello.js or not? Hello.js. Now see, my output is like what? Hello Sachin. Now if you do any change, hello Dhoni, see, if I save it automatically, it is like okay, restarting due to the changes. That means again it started my node server and it is going to run or not. But internally, see which command is going to run. My nodemon also internally running which command? Come on, my nodemon also internally which command? Node only, right? Finally, my node only the person can run the JS file outside the browser or not. My nodemon helps like what? It detect your changes, again automatically run your node command or not. Understood? Node and nodemon, the difference.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this node and nodemon, why we are like discussing means these commands we are going to use in our application somewhere. Okay, done. Now this particular skeleton, you get it right. Okay, so far you not written single line of code also. Okay, let me delete this one. This is not required for me. Okay, this is the skeleton, right? You get it? Yes or no? This is the skeleton. You get it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now my question is like each and every okay file and folder, can you explain? Okay, if you have an idea on any UI, okay, JS related library or frameworks, you can easily tell something about the package.json. Can anyone tell me something about the package.json? This package.json is not only for this particular node application. It is like package.json is the file we are going to use, okay, for any, for all JavaScript related libraries or frameworks. Okay, so here the package.json, why we are using? Okay, any one of you? Very
It
simple.
will store the dependencies. So when you run the application, it will be available for.
Yeah, simple, right? Okay, package.json, it tells something about your application. My application is depending on which libraries, which external libraries my application is depending on. All the libraries we are going to mention here or not? All the libraries we are going to mention here or not? Okay, now it's a normal JSON file. Here the dependencies section you can see, dev dependencies section you can see, peer dependencies section you can see. Three types of dependencies you can see: dependencies, dev dependencies, and peer dependencies. Dev dependencies, like we are going to use the libraries we are going to use only development mode, not in the production. Those are like dev dependencies. Most of the times compilation related libraries we are going to place where? In the dev dependencies section. Dependencies means development time and production time also, if you want to use, those are like dependencies section. Peer dependency sections is like whenever you create your own library, if you want to tell the dependent libraries, okay, you created like one library, okay, that library if anybody want to use the React should like, okay, 18 version only you have to use, Okay, my React DOM should like 18 version only, you have to use that kind of things. If you want to mention, then you can go with the peer dependencies. For example, you created like your own library, my library. Okay, you created one library. Okay, now this library, some expression is going to use. Some expression is going to use. You created one library, you are the creator. Okay, some expression is the user. The X person used your library in the React application. Okay, whenever you used that application or library in your application as a creator, you mentioned the peer dependency section. Whenever you used this library in your React application, React minimum version should be okay 18.1. Okay, so that this X user created a React application, right? This guy want to use this library means the minimum React version should be 18.1 should be there. Then only this library is compatible with this application. It is going to work as expected. So that kind of dependencies we are going to mention in your peer dependencies section. Understood? Dependencies, dev dependencies, and peer dependencies. Okay. Now, if you come here, okay, default, I didn't mention anything. Whenever you created the application by using express command, now these many dependencies are required to run your application or not. Okay, the next one is like, see here, the name is there, version is there, private, and script section also important for us. Script section, which is used for what, to run the application, we are going to mention some commands here. To build your application, we are going to mention some commands here. So to run the application, we have one command called is a start command. Now, can anyone tell me if you see this particular code, what you can understand? Node is going to run which file? Node is going to run which file?
Index.js.
Okay, node is okay. It's not like index.js. This is the JS file. JS file it is going to run. This is the path, right? The JS file path or not? What is my file? Within the current folder. Come on, within the current folder, which folder is there?
Bin.
Bin folder. In the bin folder, which file is there? www. This JS file is running or not? Yes or no?
Yes,
To
sir.
start your application, they mentioned like what? Okay, in the bin folder, there has a www1 file is there. That is the JS file. You can run that JS file. Whenever you run that JS file, automatically your application, node application is going to run. Yes or no? They only mentioned the skeleton given by whom? My express people only, right? So that in the www, if you see, there has my app, my application is there. My application is going to run in that particular port number or not. Okay, now in the port number, they created one server. In that particular server, my node application is going to run or not. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Got my point. So that if you want to start your application, which command you want me to run? Start is the command. So that can we run that command? So npm, if you want to execute any command which is mentioned in the scripts section, not only for Node, okay, for React or Angular or Vue, anywhere the package.json is there. Okay, you can find the dependencies and script section. In the script section, whatever you mentioned the commands, that commands you can run by using Node Package Manager. Npm start is the command. Whenever you run npm start, internally it is going to run what? This command only or not? Yes or no? Now, if you click on this one, now see internally it is going to run which command? Observe here, see node bin www. Yes or no? Got my point? It gives some error. That's okay. That one we are going to fix it. Now see, cannot find the module HTTP errors. Okay. Now the error is like cannot find the module HTTP errors. Okay, this particular module, what is module in general? Okay, the terminology wise, what is module? What is library? In JavaScript, what is library in the JS? Library is nothing but one simple JavaScript file, right? Library is nothing but what? One simple, normal JavaScript file or not, which contains what? Which contains variables, which contains functions, which contains classes or not. Other than this, did you find anything? Okay, there has 100 variables maybe, 100 functions maybe, 100 classes maybe. Okay, my library contains these only or not. Yes or no? If you want to use this library, just you can get that library and load it and use it or not. The multiple JS files, multiple libraries are there. Okay, these multiple libraries can you place or wrap in a single entity? That one we can say like a module. Now here also my HTTP error is like one module, that module not found. This is the error, you got it. Now how we can resolve this error means very simple. Your application is depending on how many libraries mentioned here. Say this, how many modules mentioned here? Come on, 6, right? Okay, here just you mentioned the names, it means that particular library is like downloaded somewhere. Here you mentioned the name, it doesn't mean like it is already downloaded, right? Just you mentioned name and version. Okay, now see, if you check my express, did you find anywhere the express.js file? Did you find anywhere the express.js file? Now
No.
if the JS file or module is not available, how I can use it? So that in the package.json, whatever you mentioned the JS files with live with the versions, okay, those are like just you mentioned, that's it. Okay, if you want to download, if you want to download, then how we can download? If you not download, those are not available, you can get like module not found errors only, you can get it. So whatever you mentioned in the package.json, the libraries or modules, you should have to download and make it available in your application or not. So how we can download the libraries which are mentioned in the package.json file? How we can
npm.
download? Okay, we have one command is there, node package manager install. Whenever you run this command, it is going to perform 3 operations. But you know, first the command which where you are running, okay, go to that folder first. In which folder you are running this command? Node rest app. In that particular folder, it is looking for what? In that particular folder, it is looking for what?
Package.js.
Package.json. First thing is like it is looking for the package.json. Once the package.json is there, it is looking for dependencies or dev dependencies. There are not there. Which section it is looking for? Dependencies, dev dependencies. Yes, there. Once you have that particular section, in the section, whatever you mention, the libraries or modules, those are like download and place inside the application by creating one new folder called as node underscore modules. So 3 operations. First looking for the package.json, and then looking for the dependencies or dev dependencies section, and then okay, whatever you mentioned, the dev dependencies or dependencies, those are like download and place inside the folder, okay, inside the application with the folder name like node underscore modules folder or not. Now see, I'm running npm install, looking for package.json, yes there. Looking for dependencies, yes there. So that all dependencies is going to download and place inside the application by creating which folder? Node underscore modules folder or not? Yes or no? See, so far what we discussed, it is not only for Node.js, this is for any JavaScript related applications. So far what we discussed, it is not only for Node.js, okay, which is related to package.json I'm talking about. Okay, it is not only for Java, okay, Node.js, it is for any JavaScript related application. Tomorrow if you see React, same like this only. Angular, same like this only. Okay, another one, Vue.js, same like this one. We are going to mention all your dependencies in the package.json file only. Now, whenever you run npm install command, okay, now you can see 2, okay, items generated here. One is like node underscore modules folder. Another one is like package lock.json folder. Okay, node underscore modules folder, what it contains, you know, the libraries, what you mentioned, those are like downloaded. Now the express use one library. HTTP errors is like one library. Those related JS files, there are not there. You can check it now. Okay. For example, express, you can take it. See, express there or not there? Express related JS. The next one is like HTTP error module, you got it error, right? So now HTTP error module is there or not there? Yes or no? JS related
Yes,
stuff.
sir.
Okay, now what about the package.json file? Means it is also auto generated only. Whatever the libraries you mentioned with the versions, those versions are like locked here. Those versions are like locked here. So it is like lock the versions of your libraries. Okay, this one is like auto generated file, no need to touch this one. Whenever if you install a new libraries or something, to avoid that particular library versions overriding or conflicts, to avoid, better to delete the package log.json, and then you can npm install. If you do, you can get the new package.json automatically, it is going to generate or not. If you, anytime if you get some conflicts, one library has multiple versions or there, that kind of conflicts, if you get it, delete node modules and package log.json. Again, you can run npm install command. Up to here, okay, everyone? Come on. Okay, now you come to know like, you came to know like package.json, what is the purpose? Package log.json, node modules, bin also, in the bin, one file is there, one JS file is there, which is used to run your application or not. Yes or no? So how many files are like remaining? Come on. app.js, public, routes, and views. Okay, let's go to the public. In the public, if you observe, there has images or there, JavaScript is there, and styles is there. Okay, is there any public? Is nothing but what anybody can access if you know that address or not. Okay, that kind of stuff. For example, one image is there in the that image. Okay, I want to place here. Just I want to give that particular URL without any permissions. With that URL, anybody can access that kind of public information. If it's there, that public information you can place where? In the public folder. The next one is like routes to views to app.js. Now the views section, see here in the Node.js, I'm going to create sometimes templates also. For example, if you want to create a template in HTML, the file name is HTML. If it is like a Java, React JSX is the one. Same like this here, the JAD files are there, similar to your HTML only. See here, my one block level element, H1, one message, H2. Okay, now see this. This is the kind of what? Your template only, which is similar to your HTML elements only or not. The content is like dynamically rendered or not. This kind of templates, if you want to generate, yes, you can generate. See this, it is equals to your HTML head tag and body tag. In the head title tag is there, you loaded like what? One CSS, and then here you are going to write like some content. The content is like dynamic content or not. If you want to create some templates in your Node with Express application, the files are like what? JAD files, you can use it. Understood? Okay, remaining how many folders are there? Come on. There has one file and one folder is there. These two only we are going to work on it. Okay, now here the app.js is there. In the name itself, app, your application, right? So that here only we are going to create our application. See line number 10, if you observe how we can create an application by using which library? By using which library we are going to create an application? By using, Express is the one or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, views means, somebody asked in the chart, views means for testing API data results in Node application. Not like that. Views is like a templates. For example, you can create one template. The template I want to send through email. Okay, that template directly you can use in your mail and you can send it to the end user. That kind of templates, if you want to use, you can use it. Got my point? To create the templates. Okay, now I can create an application like this. Now I want to ask one question. What is this require? Anyone knows? What is this require?
For import, like
For come on, correct only. Why we go for require? Okay, very simple. Okay, let me spend 3 to 4 minutes on this. I have one JS file is there. I have one more JS file is there. I have one more JS file is there. All these JS files inside one of the folder. Only one folder, same folder I mean. In the one.js file, I have one variable is there. That is like, come on, that is like n1 equals to 10. In the 2.js file, one more variable is there. That is like n2 equals to 20. In my 3.js file, what I'm doing, sum equals to n1 plus n2. Now, just I want to print the sum. Okay. Now, how we can run the JS file individually? If you want to run the JS file outside the browser, how we can run it? Node 3.js. If you run node 3.js, what exactly the output you can get it? Come on, fast. If you run node 3.js, what exactly the output you can get it?
Maybe error.
Again, yeah, error. What is that error?
N1, N2 not defined.
Yeah, the first one is like n1, na? N1 is not defined, error you can get it. N1 is not defined, error you can get it. So my question is, okay, N1 is not defined in this particular context, na? So that where is my N1 inside 1.js? So the 1.js N1 I want to use in my 3.js or not? So I want to make this N1 is available in my 3.js file. That is my requirement. So how we can do? How many ways we can do? How we can share, okay, some of the members from one JS file to another JS file?
I think using module.
Yeah, by using modules concept. Very simple. You have n1 value. I want n1 value. First of all, okay, you are ready to give that value, right? Then only if I ask, I can get the value. If you're not ready to give that value, if I ask also no use, right? Yes or no? First of all, you mentally you should ready to give that value or not. Yes, no? So my 1.js has n1. My n1, okay, value, my 1.js should ready to give or not. How my 1.js tell to this world, hey, I'm ready to give this n1 value like that programmatically? How? How my 1.js can tell I'm ready to give this value? By using in the ES6, there has some keywords are there. ES6 below, there has some syntax, some different syntax is there. ES6, ES6 below, both we can see. In the ES6, okay, advanced JavaScript, if you want to tell my 1.js give this value to outside people, okay, you can tell export to default to n1. By using this export command, export to keyword, we can give this n1 value to outside people. Why this default? Without default also we can do, I will tell. Understood everyone? Whenever my 1.js has this particular statement, we can understand like what? My 1.js is ready to, come on, my 1.js is ready to give n1 value or not? Yes or no? Who want that n1 value? Who want that n1 value? 3.js. By 3.js, what has to do? He has to import, right? Yes or no? He has to import which value? n1 value from which file?
.js for 1.js.
All are within the same folder, na? So that you have to travel up to 1.js within the same folder. I need to travel up to 1.js. Whenever I travel 1.js, I can find the n1 or not. Okay, na? Now if you run this command, what error you can get it again?
N2 not defined.
N2 is not defined or not? Where is my n2? Where is my n2? In my 2.js or not? Now my 2.js should ready to give this value or not? Okay, now once my 2.js give this value n2 from where? From my 2.js or not? Now whenever you run the 3.js, you can get the output is like what? Come on, you can get the output is like what?
30.
30 or not? You can get the output is like 30. Yes, 100%. This syntax is like correct in the ES6 below. If it is ES6 below, not ES6. Okay, advanced JavaScript. If it is like a module, if my application is like a type is like a module, then the time it is going to work. Okay, now here my constant n2 equals to n3 equals to 30. Okay, now if you run this, what exactly error you can get it? Come on, N3 is not defined. So my N3 inside which file? My N3 is inside which file?
1.js.
1.js or not? So that my 1.js has to export it or not. So how we can export? Come on, export default N3, but syntactically it is invalid. For a single file, you can write maximum one export default value. Maximum, minimum 0. Maximum how many export default values you can write means only one export default value you can write it. Maximum. Okay, if you said like a maximum only one export default value, okay, so that it is like invalid syntax. In that case, how we can give this N3 value? How we can give this N3 value?
Name
By
export.
using, okay, without default, you can export this N3. By using without default, you can export this N3. Okay, now, so my 1.js exported how many values? Two values. With default, how many? Without default, how many?
With
With
default
default
1.
1, without default 1. So who want those two values? 3.js. So from my 1.js, I want to import how many values? Come on, how many values? N1, N3 or not? Okay, na? Is it valid or invalid?
Invalid.
Invalid. Okay, simple reason. Why?
We need to
Curly
use
braces.
curly braces.
Yeah, very simple reason. How we can differentiate in the 3.js? N1 is like exported like with default, without default. N3 is like with default, without default. If you write like this, which one is like, I'm not able to differentiate, right? With the default or without the default? Yes, no? So that syntactically, whenever the value exported without default, then the time you have to hold that values with the destructuring format or not. Understood? Okay, then. Now, if we write something like this, it's valid or invalid. What is the output you can get?
Valid, sir.
It is like 100% valid or not. Okay, why it is like 100% valid? Tell me.
Because we can give any name to default exported value.
Yes, any name. Why? Because simple reason. Okay, understanding purpose. For example, in your class, only one person is there. Only one person, only one student. If only one student is there, if I call with any name, who is going to respond? If I call with hello, that person only respond. If I call with hey, that guy only respond. If I call with some X, his name, that person only respond. If I call with any name, only that person only going to respond or not. So here also same case. Export default, how many values you can write? Maximum. Maximum export default, how many values you can write? Only one. If it is only one, you can refer that one with any name or not. Yes, no.
Yes.
Okay, now if I write something like this, if I write something like this, is it valid or invalid?
Invalid.
It is like 100% invalid. You know that one. There has 10 people are there. Okay, if I say like hello, who is going to respond? So that more members are there, then that time you have to use their name only or not. Yes, na? So export default maximum 1. Without default, any number or not. Yes or no? Understood, everyone? Now, the same syntax I want like ES6 below now. ES6 below now. Tell me how we can. ES6 below, if you want to do this, it's like ES6 module. Okay, ES6 below, I want the same requirement. ES6 below, I want the same requirement. Then how? Okay, very simple. Same concept never change. I want to, okay, I want N1 value from 1.js. If you want N1 value from 1.js, this guy is ready to give it or not. If it is like ES6 below syntax, if you want to export the value, module dot exports, which value you want me to export? N1 value. Got my point? ES6 below. Now, who want that value? Who want that value?
3.js.
If you want that value, we have one predefined method is there. What is that function? Require. My 3.js requires from which file? From which file he requires something? 1.js or not? He required from 1.js. What he required? What he given? That one only he can get it or not. So he can get like what? He can get like your n1 value or n2 value, whatever it is. Okay, here n1 he used, so that I use like n1 only. So why 1.js, whatever you given, my require method, that value is returned or not, so that you can hold that. Okay, now here where, okay, module dot exports equals to n2. So how we can retrieve? N2 equals to require 2.js or not. For example, I have n3 value also there. Then the time how? N3 equals to 30. Then how? Here also, don't write module.export n1. Don't write again same statement for n3. Simply more values are there. There is no other option. Just you can go with an array or you can go with the object. You can go with the object. If you want, if you write like this, what is the key and what is the value? It's like what kind of syntax? Shorthand syntax or not? Yes or no? Now, my require 1.js, it gives me what? It gives me what? What it returns? 1.js gives me what? One object or not? If it is like an object, I can destruct, okay, something like this or not. Otherwise, you can hold that object like this, my obj.n1 and my obj.n2. You can retrieve the values or not. This is the way you can export and import the values in the ES6 below. Understood? Now, if you come to this, one, now see here. If you come to this one, come on. Line number 1, what do you think? What do you think? Line number 1. You require means, okay, this particular file exported the value ES6 below syntax or not? They used ES6 below syntax to export that value or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so require HTTP errors, require express, require path. These all are JS files only. Okay, can anyone guess where it is? Where these JS files are? These libraries you mentioned in the package.json, those are downloaded in the node modules folder or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? If you want to pointing to node modules, there is no need to give like a relative path, dot, nothing is required. If you not mention anything, means that is directly looking inside which folder. If you not mention anything, dot, something like this, directly it is looking for that particular file inside which folder? Node_modules folder. Understood? But line number 7, it is not like normal direct way mentioned, right? They mentioned like relative path or not? Tell me what it means. Which in the current folder? Come on, in the current folder, what is that? In the current folder, routes folder, right? Yes. In the routes folder, come on, users index.js or not? Can anyone guess? In the users and index.js, the last statement? Come on. ES6 below, exporting. How? Here you are importing means they should export. Nah? How you can export? ES6 below. Module.exports or not. So in the routes folder user section, if you go, routes folder user section, the last one, see, did you observe? Come on. Module dot exports. That is only the syntax, right? ES6 below, if you want to export, you can export like this. If you want to import, okay, by using which function you can import? By using require function, we can import it or not. Agreed, everyone? Come on. Understood, right? Export and imports.
Yes.
Yeah. The next one is like they created an application. In the application, they set multiple views. Okay, see, whatever the files and folders are there, everything is like registered with my app or not. See, views folder, registered or not. The next one is like public folder, registered or not. My routes folder registered or not? Everything is like registered in the app.js. That's the reason my app.js, which contains an application, okay, remaining all things registered within my application, and then I exported my application or not. Okay, now this application where you import and run in your local server, where you imported this application. Can anyone guess? This application exported. This application has to run in which file we used to run this application? My bin www file or not? Did you observe this first statement? Require dot is nothing but what? Dot means current folder. Dot is nothing but parent folder, parent level. So dot is nothing but this is my bin current folder. Dot is nothing but next level. In this dot I can find my app.js or not. From my app.js, I get my app. This particular app is going to run in my local machine. Okay, I created a server. Okay, that application I am running with this particular port number, whatever the port number you want to mention, you can mention the port number directly here. Environmental file, you can use it. Otherwise, directly you can mention the port number 2020 or something. Now, once you created a server, okay, my server is going to listen that port number and it is going to start. And if you get the error, you can see this on error callback. If it is like success on listening, callback is going to execute. Got my point? So finally, which file you want me to run to start your application? Which file you want me to run the start of your application? www file or not? www file already mentioned where? In my package.json. Package.json for which command? Start command. So how we can run it? npm start is the command or not? Now see, my application is supposed to be run or not now. Okay, now it gives an error. What is that error? Just you can check and fix it. Okay, port number, server.port. Okay, you made some change. What is that change? Just you can Control Z. A port is like 2020. I have not set the port. Port is not defined. That's okay now. Now my port is like defined. Okay, now my application is running. On which port number it is running? In my local machine, which port number it is running? 2020 is the port number or not? If you want to check, you can go to your browser. Just type localhost 2020 is the port number. Now if you run, okay, you have to see the express here. If it is running as expected. Now see, welcome to Express. Understood? My application is running or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, then shall we move to the next step?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so far what we discussed is not only for Node.js, it is common for any JavaScript related libraries or frameworks. Okay, this export to import, okay, package JSON, package log.json, node modules, dependencies, dev dependencies, peer dependencies. These terminologies not only for Node.js, this is for any JS related libraries or frameworks like React or Angular or Vue, something like that. Okay, let me ask some questions again. So this is my Node application, okay? This is my Node with Express application. You can say like a backend application. Okay, this application is going to connect with whom to perform some operations on my database. So, right, this application is going to connect with my database. Okay, now who is going to connect with my Node application? Who is going to connect with my Node application? Tell me. Who is going to connect with my Node application? My Node.js application is like a server application, na? Server side, yes, na? Yes, so backend application only, na? So who is going to connect with this application to perform some operations? My front-end applications, right? Okay, one is like my React application. Okay, another one is like my Angular application. Another one is like, okay, my Vue application also. Another one is like my view application. There are three applications are there. These all are like front-end applications. My front-end applications are going to run where? My front-end applications are going to run where?
Browser.
In the browser, right? So this is on browser. My Node application, okay, React application is running. This is my browser and my Angular, and this is my browser and my Vue application are going to run. Okay, na? Yes. Now my question is very simple, straight question. My Node application is running where? My Node application is running where? Localhost 2020. Now, who want to connect with my Node application to perform some operation? Client applications, right? React, Angular, or Vue.js or not? Yes, no. Now, for example, I am the server-side application. Okay, I am the Node. You are the Angular, or you are the React. If you want to talk with me directly, if you want to talk with me directly, what you have to do? You should have to reach out to me, and you can talk what you want to do. You can express or not in front of me. Yes, no. So if you want to talk with me, first of all, you should have to reach to me first. You have to come to me. So if you want to come to me, how you can come? What input is required for you if you want to reach? Oh, how we can come and talk with me directly? Come on, simple. If you in your mind you think like if you want to talk with me, okay, what's your question first? Come on, why you think more? If you want to talk with me, okay, first of all, what is the question you need to ask to me? Hello man, where are you? Can you share your address, right? Then only, right, you can come and talk with me. Yes or no? Why you think more? So here also same story. My client application wanted to talk with server-side application. If my client application wanted to talk with server-side application, where it is, how my client knows? That the reason my client should, okay, expecting what? Where my server application is running, that the address is required or not? Yes or no? Come on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that address terminology wise, what we can say in our software terminology, that is like a URL. Okay, now tell me who has to provide that address to you? You, me only there. Who has to provide the address? Who's supposed to give the address to you? Me only, na? Okay, that means my server side guy has to share the address where my server application is running. That address has to share to whom? To my client applications or not? Yes, no. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so reverse now. If my client wanted to communicate or talk with my server application, what mandatory input is required to my client? What mandatory input is required to my client? If my client wanted to talk with the server side application, what mandatory input is required? Reverse. URL is required, na? URL is required or not? Who is going to provide that URL to my client? Who is supposed to give this URL to my client? The server side guy, right? So that as a Node application developer, you, where you are, where your REST endpoint is there, where application is running, that URL, that address, you have to share to my client applications or not. Okay, na? Come on. Is this URL is enough? Is this URL is enough to talk with my server application? Is this URL is enough? Is this address is enough? If you want to talk with me, that address is okay. But here, not only address, they're expecting like one more element is what? Can anyone guess? Request method. Request method. Okay. So who provide the URL to my client? Who provide the URL? Server side guy. Who provide the request method to my client? That too That to server side guy only. URL is nothing but address, localhost 2020, something like this. That is my address. What about the methods? What is request method? What is request method? Can you tell me some request methods? What you know? Get,
Get, post,
post,
put,
put,
delete,
delete, patch,
patch,
options, head, trace. This kind of request methods are there now. Okay, who decides the request method to your endpoint and share that request method to my client means the request method decided by the server side guy only and share it to the client side person. So my question is, request method decided by the server side guy. I agree the statement. On which basis my request methods are decided by the server side guy? That is the question. Anyone knows? You can easily get the answer. Who provide the operations on the database? Who perform the operations on the database? Insert to, update to, delete to. Who perform the operations? Sorry. Who perform the operations? Client side guy, server side guy?
server side.
Server side guy, na? Server side guy only directly talk with the database. So when you can use this method means based on the DB operation. Okay. What kind of DB operations, you know? For example, in my college, today one student joined. A new joinee, new admission. If it is like a new admission, okay, his details has to store in my database as like a new record or not. So it's a new entry in my DB or not. If it is like a new entry, my request method should be recommended to be what? Post. Recommended to be post. Okay, na? Today, one new student joined in my college, so that his details we entered newly. Insert a new record. Inserted a new record. So that new record we inserted means my DB operation, okay, inserted a new record. That time we are going to use which method? Request method, post. Done. Now first year completed, second year completed, okay, third year, okay, due to some reasons, okay, just they shifted, okay, their house like one location to another location. Okay, that time in the DB already his details there, na? You want me to delete all and you want me to again register, just you want me to change the address, which one is recommended?
Change address.
Change the address. It's a kind of which operation?
Put.
Update operation or not. Whenever it is like update operation, then you can go with the put or patch. What is that? Put or patch. Okay, when you can go with the patch, when you can go with the put, very simple. Patch is nothing but what? Patchwork. Small works, right? Patching. 10 fields are there, one field only changed. That is a kind of patch. 10 fields are there, 9 fields changed. That is what? Put, right? Understood?
Yes.
Partial changes, partial updation, patch. Fully updation, put. Now as a principal, okay, I want to know, okay, how many members are there in my CSC branch? Then I want to know all the members. It's a get, right? Yes or no? Okay. My student, third year student, due to some reasons, just they decided like, okay, join in another college. They want to left. Then that time, his details not required for me, so that you can delete it or not. Yes or no? My head is equally work like get only. Okay. My options is used for what you know. It's like it's a kind of pre-flight request. That one we'll see later. So these are the frequently used methods. Okay, trace we not used most of the times. These methods we are going to use. So the URL and request method, who decides? Who built? Come on, URL and request method, who built?
Server.
Server side guy. Share to whom? client side persons or not. Now, once my client side guys has the URL and request method, they can talk with whom? They can talk with, come on, they can talk with your, which application? Your server side application or not? Yes or no? Now tell me, by using which technique my client side applications can talk with your server side applications? By using which technique? If they have the URL and method, by using Ajax. Did you heard about that? Did you heard about that?
Yes.
If you have the URL and method, by using Ajax, okay, they can send a request and they can get the response or not. Okay, they can send the request and they can get the response. Who can handle that request and responses? Who can handle in the client side applications? In the client side applications, who can handle?
Browser, sir.
Okay, browser only. By using which technique in the application, which technique is going to handle your request
Ajax.
and response? Ajax. Ajax is the technique which is used to, okay, sending the request and which is used to receiving the response or not. Understood, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, okay then. Now, if my client side guy know localhost 2020, this address only, he can reach up to, come on, he can reach up to, come on, tell me, he can reach up to the server side application only, right? Up to here only he can reach or not, if you know localhost 2020. Yes or no? For example, you are like residing in Delhi. Okay, I am in Telangana. You want to talk with me. If I said like, hey, my address is Telangana, then the time you can come to Telangana state only or not? Telangana state only or not? From there you have to navigate, right? Okay, from there to city, city to street, you have to navigate or not? If I said my address is like localhost 2020, my client application send a request up to the server. Server only he can send. Server only he can reach. But in the server, there is multiple things are there. You have to point into the particular endpoint. Nah? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Point. So that here, again, you have to do something like this. In the server side application, okay, my requirement, you can come here. Which database is there? Which database is there? Student management system is my database. SMS. Student management system is my database. In the student management system, which collection is there? Students is my collection. Yes, na? Yes, student is my collection. Now tell me, in the school management system, only student collection is there. There is multiple, okay, multiple collections which is representing some data about the students. First, I have, okay, one student today joined, so that his details I stored in the students collection. After a few days, he paid the fee. So his fee I want to maintain in another collection is like a fee or not. After that, he written some exams and everything. That mocks and everything I'm going to track in mocks or not. I don't want to track everything in a single file. I want to create like multiple files or not. Students.js file is one file. Fees.js is one file. Mocks.js is one file or not. Yes or no? Now, as per our requirement, you have to reach to which file to get the students' details? Students file, fees file, mocks file. Come on.
Yes, sir.
So which file? Which file? You need student information, not fees or not mocks, so that you should have to reach to this particular student's file or not. Yes or no? Localhost 2020 is nothing but your state. Okay, Telangana. Students is nothing but your city. Okay, your city is like, okay, HYD or something like this. Students is nothing but, okay, your students is nothing but your city. So that if you know the city address also, you can reach to the city or not. Yes or no? So For every file, I want to give some address is nothing but some path. To this particular one, I'm going to give one path is like std. To this particular file, I want to give one path is like fee. Okay. To this particular one, I want to give one more path is like mos. Understood? Okay. Now tell me, localhost 2020. Okay. Till where I can reach?
Server.
Server application. If you know the address of std, I can reach till which file? Student file or not. Done. Now you are in the city. In the city, I need street also. Na? In the city, student related operations. Tell me. Okay, one is like one function registration. Okay, registration function. Another function, tell me. One function, okay, update student. One function, delete student. One function, okay, get the students. Among these, all these operations inside which file? Student file only, na? Yes or no? Student registration, student updation, student deletion, student, okay, student details, get students. Now within the students.js file, which function you want me to execute? 4 functions are there. Which function you want me to execute as per your requirement? You want me to register the student, update, delete, get students.
Register.
Why? Requirement. What he said? In the student, 50 documents, 50 students are there. He want that 50 students. That means update. Okay. You want me to insert? No, na. What kind of operation?
Get.
Okay, retrieving operation, right? So which method is the suitable one? Get the students or not? Yes or no? So get the students, retrieving operation, which method? Which method you want me to use? Get method. Now, if you want to reach to my get students address also required or not? So can I give some path for this particular function, get std? Now tell me, localhost 2020 is nothing but I can reach to my server. std is nothing but I can reach to my file. My get std is nothing but I can reach to my particular endpoint which is used to get my requirement. That means which endpoint used to gives my expected output or not? Yes or no? What is the method? Request method is what? Come on, request method is what? My operation is what? Retrieving operation is nothing but which method? Get method or not? So this is the way you need to build your URL and request method. Give it to whom? This URL and request method. URL and request method you have to build like this and give it to whom? Client side guy or not? Once you give this URL and request method to my client, by using Ajax, my client send a request and get the response and display that response or not? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
So this is the way you need to build one simple endpoint. Inside that one, what kind of code we need to write? These things we'll see in tomorrow's session. Tomorrow, same time you can join, 9 o'clock. Okay. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
Sir,
Okay, our actual session is like tomorrow's session only. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, can we use patch to update more fields?
Yeah, obviously. You can use patch. See, you can use put method also for inserting the data. These are like recommended to use the methods, but it is not mandatory. Got my point?
Yes.
Recommended to use it, but not mandatory. Okay.
And what is options, sir?
Second, what is
Options.
options? It's a kind of pre-flight request. It's a coarse errors. You can get it right in coarse errors. Did you heard about that one? Cross origin errors. My browser send one pre-flight request by default. Okay, the request method is like options only, dummy requests those are. Okay, I will tell you when you can get the coarse error. Okay, tomorrow's session. Okay, whenever my React application is running localhost 3000, my Node.js application is running localhost 2020, both are like running in different locations, right? Then that time my browser blocks the request is like a cross origin request. This particular request nothing but different origins. The request is coming, my browser is going to block it. So that kind of requests, my browser send to my server side application, whether you want me to accept that particular request or not. Okay, my browser is going to ask to my server side guy, okay, that the browser send a request now. Okay, that is nothing but a pre-flight request. Let me show you real quickly. Okay, 2 minutes that is. Okay, when you can go with the pre-flight. Anyway, tomorrow we need to discuss the same now. Just wait for 2 seconds. Okay, now let me save this, the desktop workshop. Where is that? Node. Okay, let me go to the new. Now see, this is my server application. My server application is running where? Come on. Server application is running
Local.
where? Localhost. Localhost 2020. Now I have a React client application. My client application is going to running where?
On local.
Localhost 3000 is the port number most of the times. Okay, na? Localhost 3000 is the port number. Whenever my client is nothing but my browser, final. Okay, my browser only dispatch the request, right? Inside the browser, my React application is there. Finally, my request dispatched from where? Browser only, na. So my browser, okay, send a request to the server application is nothing but Node.js application. Okay, done. Now my React application wanted to send a request to the Node.js application. Now, whenever my React application want to send a request to the Node.js application, in between browser is there. Now my browser is thinking, my React application is running where 3000 port number. He want to connect with whom? Node. Where my node is there? 2020. Both are like known persons or unknown persons, tell me.
Unknown.
Unknown persons. Both are not in the same area. Different areas means my browser understood like, okay, both are like unknown persons. If my React is like an unknown person, if I allow him to talk with Node.js, how my node is reacted, I don't know. Okay, why? Because he is like unknown person, na? That's the reason my browser thinking like this. Okay, let me do one thing. My browser thinking like, I will ask him, okay, hey man, 3000 person want to talk with you. Do you want me to allow or not? Like that, my browser send one dummy request to whom? Come on, one dummy request to whom?
Server.
My server application. That dummy request, what you know? Pre-flight request. If my browser wanted to send a request to, two inputs are required. What are no? What are those? Do you know? Request URL and request method. So this pre-flight request method is what you know? That is like a options. What is the method name? Options. Why options? Means it is not perform any operations, right? Insert, update, delete. Just it is asking a question. Okay, two options it's going to give. Allowed or not allowed? Yes or no? Tell me. Like this, it is going to ask to whom? Two options it is going to give to whom?
Server.
Server. Now, among those two options, my server is going to choose one option or not. What option he is going to perform? Either, hey man, no problem at all. Whoever it may be, I can handle. That is means yes. Okay, no, I am not able to handle. That is like no, na? Yes or no. Whenever my browser get no, then that time you can get like a which error in the browser? Course error. Whenever my browser get like yes, then that time what my browser is going to do? Can anyone guess? Can anyone guess what my browser is going to do?
Send
Now
the
my browser send your original request, na? Yes or no? Your original request or not? Which method? Original request with which method? Get method, put method, post method, delete, whatever it may be. Now you can get your response or not. Agreed? When you can go with the options? Come on. When you can go with the options, my browser send a free flight request. That time my browser is going to give the options, two options to my to my server side guy. Hey, you want me to allow or not? Okay, if said no, then my browser block the request and give the course error. If said yes, my browser send your actual request or not. Got my point? Options.
Yes, sir.
Head is like get without headers. Okay, but trace we not used. Okay, trace I will tell. Okay, one scenario. Yeah, okay, so this pre-flight happens in every API call. Will it impact the server load also? Yeah, sometimes it is like that. The reason, if it is like options request, if you get it, just you are going to terminate in the server side. Server side, just we are going to write one condition. It is not execute anything. If it is like options one, okay. If it is like options one, okay. Let me show you. And recent using PHP. This is my backend application. Okay, now see this. Whenever my request method is like an options, just I want to exit. I don't want to do anything. Got my point? It's a PHP one. I already told to you, these are the things are common for any programming language. The syntax may be different, remaining all are like same. Any other questions? Okay, trace, it's like a proxy firewalls, that kind of stuff is there that time you are going to use. But example, I'm not okay. I'm not. I need to check that example. Okay, trace related. Okay, I'll get it back to you. Okay, with example if I find something.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, in Node application, how we can
You
configure?
can speak a little bit loud, please.
In Node application, where we can configure that one request method options.
Request method and these options. There has one
Yeah.
library. Is there? Course is the library. Course.
Okay.
Okay, that course library we are going to load and we are going to use that library. Let me show you that one too. Okay. Open that.
After using, we can mention that options equal that, right? So no need to
Yeah,
check.
yeah, that one we can write. Okay, first of all, course how we can handle. Now this is the node application. Okay, if you go to the app.js, there has one library is there. Course is the library. Okay, show me that. Node.js. Go to app.js. Now see this. This is the one. Okay. Now here itself we can write like my request method. See this, somewhere you can find the request responses and everything. The request dot method equals to options. Then the time just you can exit from here itself. You can write that condition in the Node.js if you want.
Okay.
Okay. Now if you want to handle the request from anywhere, line number 11 is the one. See this course. If you write this configuration, okay, my node application can handle the request from anywhere.
Okay. So that options we can simply it will be exit means it's not performing
Yeah,
any
not
operation
perform any
on
operation.
top.
Just he's telling like positive response. That's it to my browser without
Right?
any blockings.
Okay. Using cards. If suppose we are not using cards and we are using the option method, na,
There
then
is
it
no
will
use.
be
No use. Okay.
okay.
Okay. If it is like cars, then the time my browser is telling like I'm not able to accept the request outside. Okay, different port number or different URL, different okay protocol.
Okay. So if you use cars, after that we don't want to perform option validation, then we can use that block option validation block.
Yeah, here, see this. If you not use cars, what happened? I will say. If you not use cars here, then that time my browser receive the response like what? No.
Okay.
Okay. No means what my browser is going to do? This new request my browser will not send. This new request to my browser will not send. So here itself, my browser is going to do what? Blocks your request. Okay. Now, okay, whenever if it is like an option, so I don't want to go with the next level step. Why? Because the same URL only we are going to pointing. Okay, I don't want to go to this particular get users. Okay, something like this. I don't want to navigate. See, in the route section, this one. Okay, this code I don't want to execute. Before that only, I want to just if it is like options request, I want to exit it. Got my point? That the reason just I want to exit from here itself. If it is like an option, sir, my URL is get users only. I don't want to execute all these things. That the reason just I want to, if it is like an options request, just I want to exit it. Okay, don't perform any operation. Like that, you can write the condition. If you not write also, there is no issue, but performance related, you can write. If it is like an options, just you can exit it. Don't do anything. Got my
Oh,
point?
okay.
If the cars itself you not handled, then that time what happened, okay, my browser will not send the next level request. It's a kind of block everything. My application is not ready to handle any request which is coming from outside. Okay, my application itself is not ready. Okay, the execution is not start. Got my point?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
See, here something is there. Okay, if you want to execute this one, first of all, my application accept that one, then only it is go entered into this one, right? My application itself not accept means from here itself it is going to go back or not. Okay. Okay, then. Okay, tomorrow we'll see remaining things, the continuous session in tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to share this video with you. Okay, just you can walk through that video. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, the
Thank
next
you.
weekend, okay, GraphQL is there. Okay, so GraphQL also similar kind of stuff. Okay, so practice this so that that is easy, you can easily understand the GraphQL one.
Okay, sir.
So don't miss tomorrow's session. Our actual session is like tomorrow one.
Okay, sir.